Hello! In case you're wondering what this video is, so pretty much last week for my usual upload, I talked about all of the Switch games that I own physically. I kind of just, briefly ran through what I thought of them. It was scripted, normal DieAntDie upload, woo! But this time, as like a bonus thing, I thought it would be fun if I just looked through all of the Switch games that I own digitally. I have quite a few Switch digital games. I try to buy my games physically whenever possible for collections, and I like to preserve physical stuff whenever possible, but there's some games where it's like either they're digital only, or in the case of something like Animal Crossing, I'm gonna play that every day, so I'd rather just have that one, on me all the time. So again, this video isn't scripted. I'm gonna try not to focus too much on any one game, and sorry if you hear airplanes and dog barking in the background and whatnot. It's one of those days. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin, and I'm gonna sort this by games I play most to least so you can get an idea of, the type of games I'm into. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Okay, I made this joke in my last video, but I swear to God, one of these days, I'm actually gonna make a 2-hour-long video where I go on about all the stupid small little grievances I have with this game. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as brief as I possibly can. New Horizons was so close to being like the perfect Animal Crossing game. It's such an expansion on what New Leaf and the previous games were building to. It feels like a next step. But it has so many little problems that just... A lot of Animal Crossing fans are like, oh, these games are so charming, that's part of the charm. The charm is, that these characters go on and on and on, and all this boring, repetitive dialogue, and, the fact that so many little things are like, it's not fun from a gameplay perspective, and using the excuse of calling this BS charming doesn't make it any better. Oh my, I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. As you can see, even though it just came out like half a year ago, it is my second most played game. I really like this game. I will talk more about this eventually. This game has so many little problems that keep it from being as great as it could be. Moving on. Okay, Hollow Knight. On the other, side of my emotions, Hollow Knight is one of the best games I've ever played. I don't think I need to tell you this. It's actually the first Metroidvania I've ever played. It's so good. I think it's normally $15. I'm pretty sure I got it for $10 on sale. And this game is worth $60. I mean, like, if I knew what this game was, I would have paid $60 for it without question. It's so unbelievably good that I did not realize it was made by an indie studio at first. The art is beautiful. It's so big. It has that same feeling Breath of the Wild has, where it's like you're always discovering things. I actually don't really have any complaints about this game whatsoever. Yeah, Hollow Knight, just play it if you haven't played it. It's so good. Bug Fables. Okay. Bug Fables is another one where it's like, it's kind of a meme at this point, like Hollow Knight is, where it's like, oh, on the Nintendo Switch subreddit, oh, if you don't like Paper Mario, you gotta play Bug Fables. Oh my god, you gotta play Bug Fables. But no, like, the reason it became a meme is because it's genuinely that good. Like, if you like old school Paper Mario, it has a couple of the same problems that old school Paper Mario has, like, the art style and moment-to-moment exploration can sometimes be a little, but overall, especially considering that it's another indie one, like, oh my god, it is so good. The story was interesting. I really love all three characters, especially V, the bee. There are so many things about this game. Like, like I said, there's a reason why it became a meme in the, when people talk bad about Paper Mario. It's so good. Just play Bug Fables. Like, get Hollow Knights, get Bug Fables, get the bug games. The bug games are good. Okay. Fitness Boxing. Fitness Boxing is a $50 boxing rhythm game that features the same basic songs every time you play. It has a terrible art style, awful voice acting. The only reason I got this game is because I had, it was on sale for $30, and I wanted to play something other than Ring Fit, because, this year, I'm not going to a gym anytime soon, so I'm saving money on that. I cannot recommend this game for $30. I cannot recommend this game for $20. I cannot recommend this game for $15. It is so bare bones. I mean, it's fine. If you really want to play Fitness Boxing, just watch a YouTube video of it and copy the moves at home. It's really that basic. It's so bare bones. But don't worry, they announced a sequel. They announced a sequel that is basically the same exact thing as the first game, but it introduces a co-op mode and they're charging full full price for it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about the Nintendo Switch Online stuff because it's like, oh, here's my review of SNES Online. Well, let's start with Mario World and then Zelda, yada yada yada. Undertale. This is the third meme game in a row after Bug Fables and Hollow Knight where I'm just going to say it. I love it. It is as good as people say it is. There's a reason it became a bit of a meme. I actually, thank God, I wasn't really, I wasn't aware of, because the game came out in 2015, I think. And to be honest, I somehow missed all of the memes. I heard the name, I knew what Sans was, the skeleton with the blue eye, but I wasn't, it didn't bother me enough to the point where I got tired of seeing Undertale. So thank God, because when I finally bought it a year ago, I went in kind of blind. I'm not going to say anything else about this game. If you're ever going to play, if you've never played a video game in your life, probably start with a Mario game or something, but if you want to play something more expansive with an interesting story and all that, Undertale is literally I think the one game everyone should play. It's not the best game ever made, but it's the one everyone should play. Okay, Rocket League. That felt like a good chance to drink water. Rocket League! Despite the fact that it's kind of high up on the list of games I played, I don't really remember playing Rocket League. I actually bought it around the time I got my Switch, and I was just looking for stuff to play. Or whenever this game came out, honestly. It was a long time ago, because I don't remember playing this game. I can remember one thing about Rocket League. One single thing. I have never won a single round of Rocket League. That is literally the only thing I remember about Rocket League. I think it's good, though. It's just not really my thing. Okay, let's see. Downwell. Oh my god. Downwell is this $3 arcade game where you fall down a well, and the whole thing is you either have to shoot enemies or jump on them without touching the ground to get combos. It is so good. Oh, it's also kind of like a roguelike. Every time you die, you have to start from the beginning, but the levels are randomly generated. I'm not here to sell you on Downwell, but I'm kind of trying to sell you on Downwell because it's $3. It's $3 for one of the most fun, it's just pure arcadey fun. It's not the best game ever made at all. It's just pure fun. It's really, really good. Blasphemous. I got Blasphemous because I was looking for another, Metroidvania around the time that I played Hollow Knight. And first of all, the art style of Blasphemous is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. This is the exact same thing as Hollow Knight where I didn't immediately realize it was an indie game. I mean, a lot of indie games use the pixel art style, sure, but there's just something so, it's on another level. Blasphemous is kind of like a mix of a Metroidvania and but with more, I don't know how to describe it. It's more Castlevania-ish than Metroidvania, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not really good at this sort of thing. But what I will say is that it was good. It was good. That's all I have to say. I didn't love it. It's when I was done with it, I was I'm glad this is over. I feel like I got exactly as much as I wanted from this game. I didn't love the controls. I wasn't super invested into the story, even though it's really interesting, but yeah, it's good. Alright, Puyo Puyo Tetris. I'm not gonna try to sell you on Tetris. Either you like Tetris and Puyo Puyo or you don't. I really do though, so yeah, it's fun. Oh, don't forget that they announced a sequel to Puyo Puyo Tetris. Thank God, the game we've all been waiting for in 2020 this year. No one can say that Nintendo didn't have any games in 2020 because we got Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. We got Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Okay, Guacamelee 2. Okay, sorry. Guacamelee 2 is another Metroidvania. It has a very strong, Mexican lucha libre style aesthetic. It's really, really good. The only thing I'll say about it is that unlike Hollow Knight and Blasphemous, it's a lot more linear. It feels like the levels are very intentionally designed to wrap you around them. You're never gonna get lost in Guacamelee 2, which is kind of, in a way, I liked it because it was a lot more of a streamlined experience. But I kind of like to get lost in games like Hollow Knight and even Breath of the Wild and stuff like that. So to me, I had a lot of fun with it. But again, when it was over, I was okay, good. I'm kind of glad it lasted exactly as long as I wanted it to. Oh, also the music is really good. I like the aesthetic of this game a lot. Tetris 99. I'm not going to try to sell you on Tetris. Either you like Tetris or you don't. Tetris 99 is free if you have Nintendo Switch Online. It's really good though. Sega Ages Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Interesting fun fact, I've never fully played an actual Sonic game before. I know, people are gonna burn me alive. I played a lot of Sonic Flash games on Newgrounds and stuff when I was a kid. The only reason I bought this game is because number one, I watched Scott the Waz's recent video on Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I had an itch to play it, but that game isn't available on the Switch alone, so I had to get this one. And number two, it was on sale for $2. It kind of seemed like the sale was accidental. Humble Bundle had it on sale for like literally 5 minutes, and I was like, whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm glad I turned notifications on that subreddit, and I found out about the sale before it ended. But point is, I have a lot of little complaints about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I don't feel like the controls are suited for a game that is this, like, platformery. Like, I know that Sonic isn't going to be running all the time. That would be boring. If all you did was run, where's the fun there? But, like, I don't think the controls of this game work for the amount of, like, oh my god, there are so many problems with the level design of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So many little moments where it's like, how the hell did that kill me? All these enemies that you don't even really see them, and then they just hit you and you lose all your rings. It is so much fun. I actually really enjoyed it, and I did finish it. I had to use save states for the final boss, so I realized that makes me a degenerate, but I did finish it. But yeah, I was frustrated the whole time. It was that fun type of frustration that classic games always can, you know, that classic games are known for, but it was a frustration nonetheless. Even though I said all of that, I highly recommend it if you can get it for as cheap as I did. I wouldn't say it's worth the normal $8, but for $2, oh, whew, it was fun. All right, did I do everything here? Okay, Inside, oh, Inside is one of those story type, it's all about the experience type games. It's very light puzzle solving, and you literally move from left to right. I'm not gonna try to, like, the reason why this game works is because you have to be into the aesthetic and the story. I don't want to spoil a single thing about this game. I was into the aesthetic and the story, so I really, 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 really like this game. If you're looking for like an experience game, yeah, this one is worth the experience. Little Nightmares, exact same, everything I just said about Inside applies to Little Nightmares, but Little Nightmares has, instead of just being locked from left to right, like in 2 dimensions, I mean, Little Nightmares is 3-dimensional. You would think, as much as I loved Inside, I didn't love Little Nightmares as much, but by the end, I was really like, oh my god, this is insane. I prefer the visuals of Little Nightmares, but I prefer the aesthetic of Inside, if that makes any sense at all. I really like the moment-to-moment gameplay of Inside more, even though it's more simple. I never lost interest, not once. Whereas there were a few moments in Little Nightmares where I died again and again, and it was a little like, okay, it's pulling me out of that experience feeling in a way that Inside didn't do. So if I had to recommend only one, I would say Inside, but they're both really good games. Alright, Trover Saves the Universe. This is gonna be the moment, I finally have an opportunity, I have a platform, I can finally say what I've been wanting to say for years. I think Rick and Morty stopped being consistently good by the season finale of season 2. You know, there's been 4 full seasons right now. The season finale of season 2 is the one where, you know, Rick sacrifices himself and he goes to prison, right? And then the beginning of season 3 is where he breaks out of prison, yada, yada, yada. I feel like that's the moment where the series went from being great, like consistently good, to very hit or miss. All of that being said, Trover Saves the Universe is from Justin Roiland, the guy who made Rick and Morty. It's a 5-hour-long game with some stupid Rick and Morty humor throughout the entire thing. It's so much fun. It is not worth $25 unless you are like the biggest Rick and Morty fan in the world. I just wanted to complain about Rick and Morty. I don't have a lot to say about Trover Saves the Universe. Yeah, Rick and Morty is a good show still, but now these days it's just like half the time like the dragon episode. Okay, anyway, Alien Isolation. I like this game. It's the opening took kind of a long time to get into the good stuff. I felt like, I mean, I understand they had to set the mood and everything, but I don't know, I just lost interest in it after a while. It felt like by the time the alien actually showed up, I was just losing interest. I know that's kind of like, I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it because one of these days I want to start again, and now that I know what to expect. Because once the alien's there, it's pretty cool. You know, it's like that alien, it really feels like that guy's trying to kill you. Like, it's not a joke. But yeah, I want to start this one again one of these days. All right, anyway. Crypt of the Necrodancer, Nintendo Switch Edition. All right. I had fun with this game for like 2 hours. It's fun. It's basically, you know, Cadence of Hyrule. It's the people that made that game. So the same basic style. It's a roguelike rhythm game. I'm sure if you're watching this, you might have heard of Cadence of Hyrule, the same thing, but with Zelda characters. If you're into that sort of thing, it's fun. I just kind of wasn't into it personally, but it was a lot of fun for the time that I had. Celeste. Even though this is one of the meme games I mentioned earlier on, like, you know, everyone else says, oh, Celeste is like the, what are they, a hidden gem. Oh, it's a hidden gem. It's fun, but I don't know. I put it down and for like a year, and then I tried to pick it up a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I don't want to keep playing this. Same thing as Alien Isolation, which is a funny, I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to ever compare my opinion of Alien Isolation to Celeste. One of these days I'm going to start from scratch and try it again, because I did like it for the time that I had with it. But, it is a masterpiece though. I get why people love it so much, but it's a hidden gem. All right, the end is Nigh. It's very similar to Super Meat Boy. It's from the same guy who made Super Meat Boy. It's like a very difficult one room. It's actually similar to Celeste now that I think about it. You know, the challenges are all in one big room and you need to overcome them, like jumping and holding onto walls and stuff. Same exact thing as Celeste. I guess I'm not really into these like tough as nails platformers as much as I thought I was. But there's just a certain point with these games where it's like I have fun, but then I just kind of want to put it down. I never feel the motivation to get all the way to the end. But same thing again, like I just said with Celeste. One of these days when I'm bored, I'll probably just start again and try it out. Because, you know, it was fun for what it was. I really like the art style of this one as well. It's very disgusting. I like how disgusting these games are. Like, the End is Nigh, Super Meat Boy. It looked like garbage. Okay. Baba Is You. Baba Is You, I don't know how to sell this game in a short amount of time. It's a puzzle game where you need to use logic to solve puzzles. That's how you solve every puzzle, you idiot. Just look at a YouTube trailer for Baba Is You. But if you want to know what I think about this one, it's fun, but it got too complex. My brain is like, I'm not smart enough for Baba Is You. All right, Runner 3. Runner 3 is like a mobile game where you just have to run and dodge and stuff, but it's a little more complex than that, and it's very based on rhythm. Oh, it was so much fun. But I kind of just put it down. You're going to notice now that we're reaching the bottom of the list, these are games that I just kind of put down after, like, I got into, and then I was like, it's not really my thing. NES Online, where to begin? Alright, Snipperclips, cut it out together. I mentioned in one of my videos that I liked Snipperclips. I think that out of all of the launch titles for the Switch, it was the second best one. Can you guess what the best one was? Bomberman. Anyway, Snipperclips is fun. It is a two-player game where you have to help each other by cutting each other into shapes to solve puzzles. It's a good time. Overcooked. I liked Overcooked. I don't have a lot to say about Overcooked, actually. I'm gonna just blaze right through Overcooked. Deltarune is the not really sequel, not really prequel, not really evolution of Undertale. I liked it 2% less than I liked Undertale. If you like Undertale, Deltarune is free, so just get it. Doom! I've never played Doom. I know that you can play Doom on everything. You can play it on your fridge, you can play it on your smartwatch, whatever. I really liked playing through Doom. Well, I don't think I finished it, I just played some of it, and I really enjoyed my time with it. I actually forgot that I bought it because I got it on sale for like $1. So looking at it kind of inspired me to play it again. Anyway, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a fun game that I swear to God, I literally bought like a month before the pandemic because I was playing it with my friends. It's a game where, it's a party game that you have to play in person. I haven't played it a lot because then Jesus Christ. Anyway, Snake Pass. Snake Pass is one of the first games I got for the Switch. It was during the time where I was just looking for things to play. As you can see down here, I didn't love it. I thought it was really interesting, like the movement mechanics of it were really, really interesting. But I got bored of Snake Pass so fast. Oh my God. All right, jump rope challenge. Oh, okay. So now this video has a sense of urgency. If I'm not mistaken, this video is gonna go out on Tuesday the 29th. You have until September 30th to download Jump Rope Challenge. By the time this video goes out, you will literally have 1 day to download Jump Rope Challenge. If you want a free game that counts how many times you shake your remotes while you pretend to jump rope, get Jump Rope Challenge. I actually do kind of enjoy Jump Rope Challenge. I mean, it's stupid, but I play it every time that I play Ring Fit now. It takes me 30 seconds to do 100 jumps, so I just kind of like shove it in there. Get Jump Rope Challenge before they take it off the eShop. I don't know why Nintendo keeps doing this. Anyway, Astro Bears, another party game. Astro Bears is fun. You run around little planetoids and you try not to hit each other. It's kind of like a version of Snake, but with bears. It's all right. I would actually recommend it, you know, during a normal year. Don't get it now. It's very much like, I mean, unless you live with friends or, you know, whatever. Because it gets boring if you play with the same people over and over. It's fun for like 20 minutes, and then it's just like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore. You need to play with new groups of people, I think. Super One More Jump is like a little... I barely play this one. I have nothing to say about Super One More Jump. I think I talked about every game. Oh, is there anything that I can re-download that I can talk about? All right, hold on, let's see. So how's everyone doing? All right, let's quickly blaze through this. Oh, I downloaded the Test Punch, like it was like a free trial of ARMS, and I didn't play it, and then I deleted it. One of these days, very soon, I'll talk about my feelings on ARMS overall. That's coming. I downloaded this one because I was confused. I thought it was like, hey, it's free. Assassin's Creed is free, but no, it was just a DLC or something. I'm an idiot. Astro Bears Party is the original version of Astro Bears, and then they updated it and re-released it. So, yep. Fortnite. I actually kind of got into Fortnite for a little while. I was never good at it, but there was one time where I was in second place. I did not get the Victory Royale or whatever, and then, you know, I just kind of stopped caring. Hulu, where do I begin? Kirby Star Allies demo. I'm just not the biggest Kirby fan. There's nothing wrong with Kirby, I'm just not the biggest Kirby fan. Monster Hunter... I played this demo, Monster Hunter Generations. I played this demo for like a minute. It was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I don't know why I downloaded the Mario Tennis Aces demo after I bought Mario Tennis Aces. I remember doing that. Why did I do that? Ninjala, I tried out, like, they had like a trial run of Ninjala before it came out, and I did not like it, and also it was the laggiest mess I've ever played. But you might like it if you're into that sort of thing. It's kind of like Splatoon, but much worse. I don't know what the hell Super Beat Zonic is. I don't know why I have that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just re-download it and find out one of these days. Alright. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked about everything. You know, every game that I play. As you can see, I play a lot of Ring Fit. I play a lot of Animal Crossing. I'm really getting into 3D All-Stars now. I've been playing through Sunshine, garbage game that I love with all my heart. And goodbye.